has not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Now a 2nd and 10. This is a counter play. Eckler. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. It's Eckler again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And they'll send Williams in motion right. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now Hall to start the drive. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Wilson's throw here, take it in by Isabella. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield. Back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? I mean, let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll run with Hall. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. He tried to do it himself, but couldn't find his way to the marker. And as a result, possession switches hands. In a design QB run in that spot, maybe trying to catch the defense off guard a bit. It didn't work, though.
Again, we're seeing that college influence come into the NFL. Quarterback run game on 4th down. We didn't see that very much in the previous years in the NFL.
No, seeing it more, saw it there, did not work out. Turnover on downs. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Once more, here's Eckler. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. In motion left goes Allen. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Let's go now. 2nd and 12. At the 46-yard line.
They go play action now. Wilson looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. On 2nd down, here's Herbert. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep, and unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Returnable for Grant. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
All again on 2nd down.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Play action. Now Wilson. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Returnable here for Davis. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Austin Eckler with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights are able to stretch out their lead. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown!
Famous Jones,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Dragons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room.
Herbert on first down now, escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Herbert.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
This time they stay on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense. as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the difference is 6 points as we get set to resume action here in this third quarter of play. Quite make it to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, Wilson. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Going deep here for Allen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on here to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop with the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And out across midfield down to the 45. That third down conversion good for 23.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle, but give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd down, Wilson. This one caught by Isabella. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Give up the middle.
And he'll go down at the 28. Well, a timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
To throw is Wilson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now 1st and goal.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now Wilson. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. players on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
101 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Here's 2nd and 3.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
So possession goes over here on the punt. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Ball again on 2nd down. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
11 yards there, 1st down.
They'll go again with Hall.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. And quickly they get to the line. Play action. It's Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
They go play action with Wilson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Didn't get a whole lot there, but at least he got out of bounds. Stop the clock.
True on every count there, because I know for a fact that when that call came in, it was tagged with these words. Make sure to tell him if he doesn't have anything, get out of bounds. Save the time on the clock. Now they've got to start considering what their play calling is because they've got to push it downfield.
This is 2nd and 8. Hall again on 2nd down.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big play. It's third down.
Wilson now to throw on third down. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Boy, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3. They'll go for it. It's Hall.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Now 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
With his 10th rushing touchdown on the year, his 14th overall. And the Dragons are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. This is 1st and 10. Herbert to throw.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here comes 2nd down. Herbert.
He's going to let it fly. This is caught at the 20.
What a call right there. That is so well executed offensively. A massive play in this game. And now all of a sudden, they are in field goal range. And with a chance to walk out of here winners.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. As they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
In most goal line situations, defensive tackles are just trying to hold the line, hold their ground, and let the other guys roam and make the play. But in this situation, he's able to push his way into the backfield and disrupt that play for a loss.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Up the middle with Eckler, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
We can't be totally sure that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. This to put an end to a wild Monday night. And his kick is good. He knocks through his third field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And they've come in here